Evening, everybody. It's 6:13 on this Wednesday night, the 27th, and this is your closing comment video number 1923. Okay, so we had some carryovers from yesterday, and we had some new numbers and new information coming out today. So let's get started with that. Yesterday afternoon, we had Costco, COST, came in with a miss across several metrics, those metrics being high priced items, much more business in the lower margin groceries, etc. The stock, which had moved lower in the late hours, actually came back a bit, and Costco, which had traded down to 542, had closed 544 and change. This morning, it started to the downside, did not make a new low, and then turned back to the upside. That took the stock up to as high as 566. So we went yesterday. 552 up to 566. Pardon me, down 566. Today we went all the way back down to 44, but we came right back and we closed. The last on it is 564, which is up $11.04 or a little over 2%. We also had MU with earnings after the close, and its guidance was a bit soft. The stock had closed 88.21, and that was up 27. After the numbers came out, it made both a new high, just over $70, $70.08 actually, and then turned back down, made a new low on the day at 64.51, and the last on it right now is 65.71, and that is down 223, or about 3.25%, but certainly well off a $70 high. So pretty ugly. We also had a deal today. It's a 5-year deal. I can only put it in the category of Lululemon throwing a lifesaver to Peloton. Remember Peloton, that $171 stock that everybody absolutely had to have one, that they, of course, most people turned into a clothes rack within 6 weeks, and the stock continued to move down, made a low of $4.30, and that low of 430 was, I believe it was in the last couple of days. I take it back. It absolutely was in the last couple of days. In fact, it looks like it was Monday. Low of 430, closed 441. That 441 was down a nickel. Yesterday was kind of a quiet day. 438 to 481, but it closed at 462, and that was up 21 cents, which is, almost 5%, pretty substantial. So today they announce a deal with Lululemon, um, to do a joint venture on jointly put out apparel, as well as allowing Lululemon people to use the Peloton system, meaning they can take classes, etc. So we'll have to see how that goes. The Peloton today closed, well, let's see, it got as high as 649. The last is 539, and that's up 77 cents or 16.5%. Lululemon, for its part, dead even unchanged from where it closed. Tomorrow morning, we have earnings. We have CarMax, KMX in the morning pre open, and then in the afternoon, we have Nike and BlackBerry. Nobody seems to have a really good handle on the Nike. They've had a bunch of problems. Um, they've had, thinning margins. So I guess we'll just have to sit around and wait and find out. Okay, in the futures market, oil again touched that 88, 89 that I told you about last night, closed 93.68 this afternoon, up $3.29. High for the day was 94.17. So, we were only looking for about 95 for Brent, which is a dollar more expensive than our West Texas. It closed, or it is right now, 94.37. That's up another penny. Today's action in that one, let me just give you an idea of how that acted. And I can tell you, I know it was up, I just don't know how much. Okay, so today's action was up $2.41. Got as high as 94.80, low of 90.43. And again, when you look at this chart, looking at it a little closer in, you can see we are continuing higher highs and higher lows, a couple of small downdrafts, nothing of any substance, unable to break below this 87 and a half, which is where it broke out from. It's now spent 4 weeks above what would be a downtrend line here, and is acting well. Strategic Petroleum Reserve has not been refilled in the least. Biden is trying to do a deal with the Saudis like he did a deal with the Iranians. I wouldn't exactly call it a deal with the Iranians. They gave us five people that they had arrested and held. We gave them back five people who had been arrested and held, and $6 billion of money that was confiscated as from illegal operations. So, just more of that imbecile Biden and his desire to do everything, nothing of substance, everything for show. Nat gas up 6 cents. The gold was down another $29 today. Jap yen was down again. That's the biggest influence there. The silver was down 47 cents. Bitcoin basically unchanged, up $5. The dollar was 106.36, and that was up 44 cents. And the bonds were down a buck. All right, let's just see what else we have, folks, for tomorrow, just so that you know. Because it's Thursday, of course, it's claims day. So we have those. We have the initial and continuing claims at 8:30, but we also have second quarter GDP third estimate. Consensus is 2.1, prior was 2.1, and then the deflator estimate is 2.0, prior 2.0. Initial claims, which were 201, consensus is for 215. So they're still looking for more claims to be filed, and they're just not getting it. Continuing claims was 1,662,000. They don't have an estimate for tomorrow. August pending home sales at 10 o'clock, looking to be down 1%. The prior was up 9 tenths, and then weekly nat gas. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning.